What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be giving you guys an updated look on the event, on who is good from the event, who is worth getting from the event, all those types of things. Because again, this game is ever changing, right? And so are my opinions. My opinions yesterday are not going to be the exact same as my opinions today. And I think that is important to think about. So as we do dive into these things, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, man, please smash that subscribe button. As always, I appreciate the support on the channel. Now, I want to start by mentioning something that I have not talked about at all. And that's, if you want MT, what is the best thing to do? And again, it's different than it's kind of been in the past slightly. But if you don't have a lot of event cards and want to make MT, you absolutely should do this shoe takeover thing, right? And I'll do it once to kind of showcase exactly what it gives you. Now, realize, okay, it takes 2 diamonds, and here's where things get crazy, okay? It takes 2 diamond cards to get a shoe and a shoe boost and a diamond shoe. Now, with those 2 diamond cards, here's how long it would take you to get 1 invincible, okay? So this is really what I want to get into, okay? So you get 200 overalls with 1 invincible, then you get 3 dark matters, then you get 4 galaxy opals, then you get 5 pink diamonds, and then you get 5 diamonds, okay? So you can get 300 shoe boosts for 1 invincible event card. Now, I got an Air Jordan and Skilled Slasher. Skilled Slasher's probably not going to obviously sell for a ton. So, you do quick sell that. Air Jordans, I don't think as far as a shoe sell for a ton. But I have seen, even people in my stream have said, Ty, some of these shoes actually do sell for a lot. Now, a lot of these Air Jordans aren't necessarily going to. But some of these shoes do hold value. And even if I did quick sell it, right? Like just quick sell it, I just made 375 MT. So off of 1 invincible card, event card, you can literally still make 100,000 MT. And so that's kind of where I'm at, right? Where it's like, okay, do I want to go through and try to get Dirk, try to get Chet? Or do I still take the MT that I can get from the event? And for me, I still think that's probably the most worth it. Now, again, if you want Peja, it's fine, right? I'm telling you right now, if you want Peja, it is absolutely fine. But I just want to tell you guys, if you're locking in for Peja, here's the amount of MT you are losing, okay? Because if you lock in Peja, you're losing out on 400 different shoe cards. And again, you can turn each of them into like 300 MT. It's 150,000 MT for Peja. So even for myself, right? I think Peja is good. Is he worth locking in all that MT? I honestly think no. And so those are the things that I want to think about for you guys right now is, would I rather have MT from this event or would I rather have, some of these players? Now, some of these players are solid. Like if you want Peja, Josh Giddey, do what you guys have to do. Even for the Galaxy Opals, do what you have to do. I do think Donovan Clingan's okay. I think the Legend badges are probably worth it. But outside of Donovan Clingan, the 10 bucks and Legend badges, I really genuinely don't think any of these things are worth it. And I'm obviously not telling you guys exactly what to do, but it is something that I would recommend for you guys. And it's sad because, like, even for myself, right? I wanted to sit up here and tell you guys with this event, certain cards are worth it. But the truth of the matter is, and it's sad, but the truth of it is, simply they're not, right? Like, I wanted to sit up here and tell you guys that some of these cards are worth getting for you guys. But the truth of the matter is, if you want the best value on this game, number 1, it's Legend badges. I would get the Legend badges first and foremost. I'd get Donovan Clingan if I were you guys and don't have the best team in the game. And then after that, I'm genuinely telling you guys, I would focus on getting, the Legend badges number 1 and then the shoe and takeovers number 2. Because again, it's not going to be super flashy, but at the end of the day, you're going to make so much MT by doing this. And again, I want to pull enough of these shoe and takeovers so you guys can see if I do pull a good takeover or a good shoe, what some of these things can sell for. So I did pull an Air Up Tempo. None of these takeovers I don't believe are going to, sell for anything. But I did pull an Air Up Tempo. Now let's go and see shoe-wise, does that shoe sell for anything? Now again, I'm one, I really don't, I don't go through and sell my shoes. but it is something like if you have the time to do, it might be worth your time to go through and sell your shoes. Now, again, I'm not telling you that it's going to be worth it or not, because I personally probably won't do it. But I'm just saying if you want to maximize, the MT that you can get, it could be worth your time. Now, none of those shoes have any real value. But like if you pull a Chef has a lot of value right now in this game. Satellite has a ton of value right now in this game. You're going to get 2,000 MT if you pull those takeovers. And so that's just icing on the cake, honestly, in an event that I think leaves a lot to be desired. And I even thought for myself, okay, what if I wanted to save up for Chet Holmgren, right? Now, what does Chet take? Chet takes 20 100 overall cards. Now, mind you, and again, I'm not trying to tell you guys not to do this, but I want you guys to know and realize, okay, you need 20 of him. So you need 100 overalls. Meanwhile, okay, if you do downgrade that to MT, right? And this is just my calculations, right? If you downgrade that to MT, that is over 1 million MT worth. And so, sure, they kind of switched the way they did things, but with this event, MT is by far and away the best value thing to get right now. And again, I don't like that that's the way it is, but that's the way it is right now in this game. And so if I were you guys, I would try to take advantage and get as much MT from this event as possible. That's me, right? Endgame is coming. Season 7 is coming. And again, you can downgrade and make so much MT on this game. Now, I will say it does take a lot of time. So there's going to be people out there, people in the comments that are like, Ty, it's not worth it. It takes way too much time. And honestly, look, I get what they're saying. And do I necessarily disagree with them? I mean, kind of, right? Because I still think it's worth it. But if they don't think it's worth it, like, I get it, right? And I'm not going to sit here and act like they're wrong because, again, they can have that opinion. If they don't think it's worth it, that's fine. But when I'm looking at things and thinking for myself and long-term wise on this game, I want to make all the MT possible. I genuinely do, right? MT is so important, so valuable on this game. And with card prices getting cheaper and cheaper, obviously, especially the point guard positions, it is so much more worth it to downgrade this and get a guy, let's say, like, I don't know, a Deni compared to not, and then, oh, well, let me get Josh Giddey, and then when he's outdated in a couple of weeks, you can't, resell him for any value. So that's just the kind of things that I personally, would encourage you guys to think about. I'm not telling you that this for sure is the best thing to do. If you want to go get Page or Ben Wallace, ultimately do what you have to do. But I'm just telling yourself, you're costing yourself MT by doing that, right? Like, again, do what you guys have to do ultimately. I'm not trying to tell you one thing's better than the other. But what I just want you guys to know and realize is by the time you do go through, and whether it's quick selling the shoes, whether it's putting some of these shoes up, because I genuinely do think some of these shoes do hold value. You just got to figure out exactly, which shoes hold value and go through all that, which, again, I'm not necessarily the best at doing. But like, even this PG shoe, right? This shoe right here, I'm not gonna probably sell a bunch of these things, but it does have value. Like, I can go through and sell this shoe for what? 700 MT? And so if you do this a lot, you're going to get used to, okay, what shoes have value, right? What shoes don't have value, but what shoes have value? What shoes are going to end up selling for a decent amount? And again, that's just kind of the approach that I would take. Now, ultimately, again, do what you guys have to do. But as I really, dove into this thing a little bit further and dove into how much these cards actually cost, it's an insane amount. Right? And it's crazy because last event, it really didn't make sense to do this, especially with, the MT calculations. But with this event, it 100% makes sense to downgrade this and get MT. And again, if you want Klingon, if you want Peja, that's fine. Because, like, Klingon, yes, he costs a somewhat MT, but it's not a crazy amount of MT, right? And that's kind of the same thing for a lot of these cards. They're not going to cost a ton amount of MT, but like, I'd get Legend badges. Boom, Legend Immovable Enforcer. That is a great badge for me to get. I mean, I can't ask for a better badge than I just got out of that. So I would get your Legend badges. I would go through and try to make some extra MT off this. And then even if you wanted to go and get Hall of Fame badges, I can't hate on that either. Like, again, Hall of Fame badges, I think, especially for some of these out of position cards, are super important. So I would, again, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation, but for you guys, if you do get, like, if you grinded for an invincible, and this is what I want to leave you guys with, okay? If you grinded for the invincible today, right? Because obviously you can go and grind for an invincible today. That invincible can basically turn into, and it's not going to be as much as it has been in the past, but, I mean, that invincible, yeah, can turn into 112,000 MT. So to say that this event is not back was just wrong. Like, this event is back big time as far as MT is concerned. Now, again, you still got to take the time to go through and, hit the exchange and do all of these things. But the exchange is definitely back. The MT method is definitely back. And for you guys out there, this is definitely what I would take the time to do. And again, my opinion has changed because obviously I feel like they patched kind of the MT method before. But with this new event, it is back and it is better than ever. So I would take the time to obviously go through and do this if you do want to kind of get the best bang for your buck. Again, for me, obviously legend badges are super important. I want to compete at the very highest level. And so I'm going to go through and make sure I get all my legend badges. But again, outside of that, I do think MT is the best thing to get. And even with your legend badges, you can get trolled. Like, I just got Hook Specialist. I don't want that legend badge. But I also got Ankle Assassin, which is a useful badge, and Immovable Enforcer, which are two badges that, are relatively solid. So again, I didn't really see that a lot of these shoes ended up selling for a lot. But it is crazy how much some of these shoes do have value. Like, again, even some of these Kobe shoes, right? Like, they have some value. Not necessarily saying they're a ton, but it is worth your time to go through and put up some of these shoes that you do ultimately get. So, just again, something to think about for you guys as you do go through and finish off this event. So, that's kind of where I'm at. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this. Obviously, if you get a Chef Satellite, you're going to boost your MT even more. But again, I do think it is worth your time to go through and downgrade your cards to get MT. It's something that I'm going to do. And I think it really all comes down to the fact of, guess what, Ty? On this game right now, none of these cards, in my opinion, are that great from the exchange. Obviously, Jokic and stuff are really good. But I just don't see those cards being that elite and worth giving up a bunch of MT for. So that's just kind of my opinion on it. It is something that I'm going to obviously have to take the time to do. But I think by the end of it, with all the MT you are going to make on it, you are going to be thankful in the end when you do go through and get this thing done. So that's just kind of where I'm at. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this. Are you guys going to downgrade, make some extra MT? Or would you rather, spend basically locking 100,000 MT for Patient? Would you guys rather, just, have fun with the event? And again, I'm not against that. I'm just saying value-wise, it is not going to be nearly as good for you guys. And again, that's fine. Everybody has their own kind of preferences with it, but I just want you guys to know what you're missing out on if you are locking in for certain players. But that's going to wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.